What's up, guys? I'm back with another episode of the Fund and Grow Show, and today we're doing a housing market report. Right now, the housing market is on fire. Inventory is at its lowest, and homes are being sold left and right, bidding wars, the whole 9 yards. So it's a really good time to be a real estate investor or sell your home, because homeowners are making up to a 70% gain on the sale of their homes. So,
folks, we're winning. We're winning. We're winning.
More existing homes were sold in 2020 than any year since 2006. So the median sales price of an existing home has risen 17.2% from last year across the nation, and they've increased even more in some regions. According to the American Enterprise Institute Housing Center report, home sales are up 8% from March 2021 in comparison to March 2020. And according to the AEI housing report, we have our largest dip in housing inventory than in previous years. There's absolutely a shortage of inventory, and that means a fast market. Buyers are willing to pay whatever they need to just to get themselves into a home. I mean, I've heard of agents telling me that there was 70 offers on one property. Just like insane things are going on, way over asking price, a lot of cash buyers in the market.
I don't understand.
It'd be really great if I could get paid now in cash.
And that means now is the exact time you'll want to be in real estate, because these days housing is at the highest price it's been in a very long time. According to Redfin's survey, 56% of all buyers faced a bidding war in January 2021, and that's continued each month of 2021. It's just a shortage of inventory. There's not enough houses. Bidding wars is literally the norm right now. I've personally dealt with that. I lost out on a couple deals that went to another buyer because of the bidding war.
You win some, you lose some.
Low interest rates obviously are a big part of this. It's causing people to go out and buy a home because it's easier to buy a home. It's cheaper to buy a home. Builders can't keep up. Building material costs are rising. The price of steel and lumber rose. And the National Association of Home Builders says that lumber prices have increased more than 200% since April 2020. That's insane. And not to mention, there's a lot of buyers who want to get out of an apartment, out of the city, and they're working remotely, and they're realizing that they would rather live in a house and not live right congested in the cities with, you know, going through last year and the pandemic and all that. People just want their own house. Their own house. And so baby boomers, the baby boomer population accounts for 46 million of today's homeowners, and the combined value is 13.5 trillion. So currently Americans over the age of 55 hold almost 60% of the total housing wealth, and with 60 to 75% of their assets held in real estate. And right now, some of those boomers are turning 70, leaving the housing market for senior care or rental homes. So more and more boomers are leaving the housing market, which means there could be more homes coming into the market soon.
This house right here is for sale for just $1. Are you interested in purchasing it? What's the kit?
Entry-level homeowners, first-time buyers. Now, first-time buyers are finding it very difficult to purchase a home because the market rates are so competitive, and then also there's the bidding wars. Housing prices have risen since the last year, so it's a lot harder for entry-level home buyers to purchase affordable housing. So new home construction is supposed to be in the works with Biden's infrastructure package, creating more affordable housing and allowing first-time buyers to find housing, but that's not necessarily going to make an immediate impact on the limited inventory that we're dealing with in this bubble that we're in. Let's talk a little bit about the homeowner forbearance. Mortgage forbearance has allowed many people to keep their homes during the pandemic, but the forbearance is ending, supposed to end June 30th, 2021. Once that forbearance period is over, which is 12 to 18 months of deferral, homeowners will need to start repayment. Now, what the cool thing is a lot of those people that are in forbearance, they're not all necessarily, unable to make their payments. Some Americans are just using the forbearance, but they still can make their payment. And another side of that coin is a lot of people who are going to have a lot of equity now in their property because of the fact that the market has appreciated. That's going to make it possibly easier for them to sell. If the forbearance ends and the moratorium ends and they have to sell, they won't be in such a bad spot because they have so much equity in their property right now with the appreciated market. So currently there's 2.72 million homes that remain in forbearance. Now, does this mean we're going to see a lot of foreclosures and distressed sellers in the future? Yes, most likely, but the question is, will this offset high prices of homes, or will people just be able to sell quickly because the market's so hot and they won't have to go to foreclosure? I hear a lot of people talking about both sides of those coins. With the rent moratorium, so New York extended its eviction moratorium through August, ruling these evictions will cause the spread of COVID-19 due to displacement.
I got no place else to go.
So we're not really sure how that ending of the moratorium and the forbearance is really going to play out. Whether or not these people are just going to be completely evicted, or if they're going to get a little bit of a grace period, or if they're just going to be able to sell quickly if they have to because the market's so hot.
How long does it take for houses to sell these days? Hours?
But on May 5th, federal judges struck down the moratorium that will allow landlords to evict renters who cannot pay rent. So the Biden administration is appealing the ruling, so we've got to wait and see when the moratorium will officially end. And experts say that the end of the moratorium will have a ripple effect on the housing market. And according to the New York Times, 1 in 7 renters reports they're behind on rent. So there's significant corner of the market that will shift once the moratorium is ended, and we just got to see how that's all going to play out. But right now, we might be on the rise, but there could be a shift that will hit as the moratorium ends and the forbearance periods are over. Could mean that there'll be more, more homes in the market, some more REOs, more foreclosures. But does that mean the market will crash?
I can't stop!
I don't know. I don't think so. I hear a lot of people that I'm a real estate mastermind that I'm a part of talking about the fact that they don't see it crashing. If anything, there could be a small correction. But just due to the scenario and the different variables that are at play right now, it doesn't look like we're just going to have a reenactment of 2007, 2008. It seems like we're going to continue to rise. So if you're in the market for a house, or if you're looking, well, actually I should say if you're in the market for an investment property, it looks like a good time to still be doing flips. If you're wholesaling, continue for sure. I'm still doing flips. I've got 2 I'm working on now. I can't wait to get them listed because the market's so hot right now. I do know that a lot of people are talking about selling off a lot of their properties, and also some people are talking about not doing any long-term flips. A lot of my friends in the mastermind are also talking about the fact that they don't really see too much to worry about in the short term. So I think it's a great time to invest, and we just wanted to bring you this video to kind of give you an update on what we're seeing through the mastermind and through our perspective, what we're seeing with this market. And another thing I heard is that only about 10% of the people on forbearance actually need it. Everyone else is kind of just milking it and just using that and taking advantage of that, which is great. It's fine, I guess, but
You gotta be out of here in 30 days.
I can't move back home with my parents!
the fact is that there might not be that many foreclosures and REOs that come in after the moratorium ends, like some people are expecting. So we could end up in better shape than we think. So if you guys liked the video, please like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back next week with another update and another video for you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.